Okay. So going back to current medication, let me add. And then we have allow edit here for us to add or edit something in this window. So I'm going to add a medication. Let me go to cardiac category and let me select this drug, Agrinox. And then add selected drug to below list and it will show up here. Okay. I'm going to hit OK. And OK. So I have another drug here under current medication. Okay. Now, next is allergy. So we go to allergy here. And then this time you see it's blank because there's no allergy added yet for this patient. So if we're going to add, we click on add down here. And you have to select what's the allergy of the patient. Okay, so we have here allergy and then we have drug. The difference between the two is that for allergy, it's actually a different kind of allergy. It's like the general allergy, like a drug allergy, food allergy, pollen allergy, any kind of allergy, it's already there. While for the drug here, this is just specific to drug allergies. Okay, and the one that's actually required is this one, the allergy box, since you see there is an asterisk sign, a star sign in there. So what we can do is, let me see if we have a list here. Okay, we can actually no, it's not an allergy. These are actually effects. These are not allergies. Anyway, what you need to do is just click on this question mark icon here beside the allergy word, and then type in, let's say the allergy of the patient is penicillin. P-E-N-I, and then search. You don't have to really type in the whole word. So just type in the keyword and then select penicillin. Okay. And then we have our penicillins there. And then you hit save. And close. Okay. And then synchronize allergy. Let me just close this one. Since this window will actually lead you to the e-prescription. So now we have our penicillins here. And then hit OK. It's added 10/17/2012 since the date of the visit note for this test patient is 17. I'm going to hit OK. So right now I have my penicillins and there is actually a reaction that's mild. You notice that when you open the allergy box, let me select this one and then edit. There is a severity here that says mild. That's why we have a reaction here, mild. Or if you want to change it to moderate or severe, then you can go ahead and do so. Okay. Now, what if the patient has no allergies? What you can do instead of adding an allergy, you click this box here that says marked as no known drug allergy. And what will appear here is this phrase, as well as right here inside the visitor screen. It will say no known drug allergy if you happen to click this one. Okay. So the allergy will show here in the visit note screen as well as at the top. You see we have penicillins also. Alright? So that's how you add allergy. Okay. Any questions on allergies before we move to prescriptions?
No.
Okay. So the third here in the list is how to edit prescriptions and send to pharmacies. The fourth is how to e-prescription. So basically they're connected, how to edit prescriptions and then e-prescribe to pharmacy. Okay, let me go there. But since our date is like 2012, let me just change that date to today's date. Or let me add a new visit note here. I have a new at the top. Let me just quickly add a visit note so that we'll get a today's visit. Okay, so it's now 5/16. Now let me do the e-prescription. How to add prescription and send to pharmacies. And how to edit them. So for prescription, we have here the pink tab below that says prescription. Okay. Now let's going to add a drug. Okay, let's select a category here. Let's say IMS. And by the way, if you don't see any drug available in any of the categories here, what you can do is you can always search a drug. Down here you have search new. So say for example it's not here in the list, so we just have to manually search the drug on our own. So the drug would be, for example, this one. Omeprazole. Like that. 10 milligram capsule. And then my omeprazole is right here. Okay. And then you can add the SIG. Let's say take one by mouth twice daily, this one. You can add a day supply, let's say 10 days, and automatically your quantity will calculate. Since it's take one by mouth and it's twice daily, 10 day supply, that gives us 20 as the quantity. Okay? And then we're going to send this one to the pharmacy. So here below the SIG you have pharmacy that you need to select. Let's say CVS. This one. And you have a message here that says, do you want to set this pharmacy as a default for this patient? You can say yes if this pharmacy is the pharmacy that the patient usually goes to pick up the prescription, and if not, then you can say no. Let's say yes. And then there's another message. If we say yes, we have, do you want to set this pharmacy to all other prescriptions as well? Let's say yes. So every time you add, you add a prescription for this patient, automatically this CVS pharmacy will show. You don't have to select it again. Okay. I'm going to hit OK now. And this is our drug checking. You just have to say yes. And now we have our omeprazole 10 milligram here. Okay, and as you can see, the date is today. Now, if you happen to forgot something and you need to add like a refill, so what you can do is you select this drug, just add a check mark on that box, and then down here we have edit. Okay, so let's add like 2 refills. So we have 2 refills here. Basically, this window is the edit prescription window. You can edit the SIG, you can even change the drug, the day supply, and the quantity. Okay, and you can also send a message to the pharmacy down here. Let's say this is just a test prescription, since we're just doing it as a test. Okay, and I'm gonna hit OK. We have the drug checking again. I'm gonna say yes. Now I have my 2 refill here. Now let's try sending this to the pharmacy. Down here you have the red box that says please click here to for e-prescription. Okay, so I'm gonna click that box. And you have your e-prescription window right here. So if you scroll down, you have your omeprazole here. This is the one that we just prescribed. I'm gonna hit this box to select this drug, and then I'm going to click on select here. Okay, so now I have my omeprazole here added. Okay, so basically these other 3 are added before, so that's why it's showing at the top already. Now I have my omeprazole here. I can click on this page that says Take Complete RX to Review page. Okay. Scroll down. Okay, I have my omeprazole here. Select. Hold on. Why is it not doing anything?
Excuse me, Geraldine?
Yes?
I'm sorry, what are you trying to do right now?
I'm trying to e-prescribe the drug. Sent to the pharmacy electronically.
So this is after you click that red prepare your prescription button, right?
What do you mean? Which red?
The one on the previous screen.
On the previous screen? Hold on, let me go back.
Yeah, so please click here for your prescription.
Yes, this one?
So you selected the omeprazole under the...
Yes, the omeprazole 10.
Oh.
This one, omeprazole 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Basically, when I before when I clicked the red box there, that omeprazole was down here. Here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I selected that. That's why it's now at the top.
So you clicked on the bottom and then clicked on select and then it moved it up.
Yes. I select this one, click select, and then it moves up.
Okay.
Okay. And then Take Complete RX to Review page. And then I have this window. Mm-hmm. I wonder why it's not moving from here. Hold on, let me check something else. There's actually something wrong. It's not letting me continue. Hold on, let me just check something. What is this? It's letting me move. Hello, Mike.
Yes?
Hi. I am not quite sure why the omeprazole is not going through, but let me check on that one further. So let me just continue with the next topic in the list. We have how to fax documents.
Okay.
So for you to access documents, Since we are already in the visit note screen, you see here at the right we have document. Okay. So we open that. And then we have the documents of this patient test lab. So for us to fax, for example, the visit note here, just select that or whatever you need to fax, and then down here you have fax. So you're going to select the recipient, let's say the facility Encino office, and then you hit on fax. If you're going to fax it to someone else that's not here in the list, then you can click on Add Row and then select an entity. For example, a referral doctor, this one. And then, let's see. Type in the referral doctor's name. I just type in SM and then I hit the tab key, and then there's the search referral doctor window here for us to select any doctor that starts with SM, the last name. So I'm gonna select the first one and hit OK. Basically, the fax number of that referral doctor should already be there if it has been set up already. If not, then as you can see here, it's blank. So we have to add the fax number manually. Or let's get a recipient that's not here. So if it's not here in the list, then what you can do is you click on Other and send it to someone else. Let's say to me. And then add the fax number. I'm going to uncheck this facility and then hit and fax. If you want to add the fax cover page, then here we have the cover page. Just select, oops, nothing has been set up for the fax cover. Anyhow, you can click and fax directly. Please enter fax number. I did. Oh, this one. Let me just uncheck that referral doctor. And now it's successfully sent to the fax server. I'm going to hit OK. So I'll be getting that visit note anytime soon. Okay. I'm going to close that one, close this window. So that's how you fax a document from the visit note screen. You just have to go to the document here at the right. Now, if you are not in the visit note screen, the patient is not here in the office, so what you can do is you just have to go to the document here, document icon at the top. Okay. So you open that, and then let's find a patient, not test lab. Let's have another test, and then the tab key, so that we can select, let's say, test new patient. Then hit OK, and OK here. There's no document for this patient yet. You see the document should come up here in the list. So let me get another patient that has a document that we can fax. Test. Test patient. Let's see this one. Still nothing. let me change the presentation of that document window so that it would be easier for you to fax. Now let me open the document again. Okay, so this one is easier. So for test patient, we can select, let's say, other consults. And then again. Okay. And then we have the fax here. And same thing goes. Select as to where you're going to fax this out, referral doctor, for example, or you can add row here, select a different entity, okay. And then fax. So there are two ways as to how you can fax documents. It's either here in the visit note screen, you have the document here, or by going directly to the document icon at the top. Okay, and same window shows. So that's how you fax documents. Next in the list, we have how to access patient's phone number. Okay. So for the phone number, let's say you are already in the visit note, this one, this screen here. You want to know the phone number, and as you can see, only some demographics are showing here for this patient. Now what you can do to access the phone number, here you see this wallet icon. You can select that, and then down at the bottom you have edit. And here's the phone of the patient. Okay. You can change the one, you can change it and then save. Or if you're not in the visit note screen, you're somewhere else in the visit note, you can always click this patient icon, the first Wally icon, and then you have your phone number here. The patient selected is test patient. You will know that's the patient selected by looking at the top here. Test patient is selected at the moment. So whenever you click on this Wally icon, it will give you the phone number of test patient. Okay. If you want to change that patient, then you can just select another patient by clicking on the second Wally icon that says search patient, and then change it to test. Let's say test only. Then hit OK. And then now you have test only patient selected. At the top you have test only now, and the information of that test patient. Okay. So that's how you get the phone number, or how to access the phone number of the patient. The third one is how to schedule appointments and how to check prior or future appointments. Okay. So laboratory. Okay. So going back to our visit note screen for tests only, to check the labs, we have here diagnostic or lab. This is where you add, but since we're just going to check labs already created, I'm going to close this one. You can click on this little icon that says view diagnostic or lab. And since this is just a test patient, nothing's actually been ordered. So let me do one. Let me order one. Allow edit here. Let's say I'm gonna order this follicle stimulating hormone. I'm gonna save. Oh, this is a third party. Let me say patient, bill type to patient. Let me get another lab here, lab of your choice, so that it doesn't go to the laboratory, since this is just a test. So I'm gonna select follicle stimulating, save. So I have my lab here, and then close. I'll just go over with it. Since you need to do is just to check the labs. So here, this icon will show you that some things to be ordered, which is follicle stimulating hormone test. Okay, so here basically you'll find all tests that are ordered or to be ordered or already received a result in this area. So right now we just have one, which is today. I know, for this visit, November 17. Okay, it will actually depend on what date of that visit now. Or if not, not from the visit now screen, what you can do is you go here and this beaker icon at the top, and here you'll find all labs, not just to a particular patient, but to all patients. Okay, but since we selected tests only earlier, let me unselect that. Just click on the question mark icon, and then you have your test only. Highlight that, and then clear all.
To my note, I'm not really a patient here. This is just so people can practice, and as you'll see, I've got a ton of ailments that are not really true, but you guys get to see me there. That's my picture. Check it out. That's me.
I'll show you some of the new ones I gave you.
All right, so Mike gave me some new ailments apparently. Oh my goodness, I'm pretty sick.
You have gonorrhea, hepatitis,
Wow.
HIV,
Paranoia,
scabies,
poor concentration. Yeah, that's actually probably true, as you will find out when you're here. Anyway, so a couple things Dr. Ben-Zur wants to make sure that are in the note. And these are very, very important. If you look on this side over here, we have a list of all the categories. The blue means that it's been, there's something there, either in the template or something has been entered there. Black means it hasn't been touched. So nobody's entered anything. See the medical histories in black, allergies, social history, family history, all that's in black. These are in blue, so everything in blue means that it's been edited. Even in previous notes, it has been edited or something has been entered. Black means nothing's been entered. So one thing is allergies. We have to put allergies. So actually I gotta go to general, allow edit. So now I can get into the allergy section. It's just opening up the note for me. And if there are allergies, we will add an allergy here, and we'll show you how to do that exactly when you're here, if we need to. If there are no allergies, you just mark as no known drug allergies and click OK. And as you'll see, it's going to turn blue. There it is. It's blue now. Allergy is in the note. There it is, no known drug allergies. That's for reporting purposes. When you have EMR, we have to report certain things. That is one of them. Another one is a smoking history. The patient has smoked or not in the past. That is under social history. So we'll click under social history. So again, these are things that we're asking the students to do because it is part of the note. It is part of the medical note, and these things have to be done. So let's look for smoking use. Either yes or no. I've never smoked in my life. So the answer is no. Click OK. Let it save it. And it's all done. So when you look at it, allergy is right under current medication. Right under that is the social history, no history of smoking. So those are two things that must be entered. Please remember to do that. You can go back and look at these videos again anytime you wish. We are going to be posting more videos, more and more videos. If you're here while we post these videos, I'll email them to you. If not, you can always tell the future students that you may know that are going to be coming here about these videos. They will be in the student section on the website. We'll email you all that information prior to arriving here. So this is Romero again. We've got to make sure the allergy, see it's blue now, also social history, but most importantly is the smoking and social history. And another thing that Mike just pointed out to me that needs to be reported is that we give every patient, or at least save in their file, a clinical summary of the visit. So once it's all said and done, once you finish the note, come to this end over here, click on letter, let this open up. You're going to click here, clinical summary, and this is all you have to do. Double click there and click save, and you're all done. Close it up, that's it. So 3 things: allergy, no known drug allergy or whatever the patient is allergic to, social history, the smoking history, and letter. Like I said, click on letter, clinical summary, save it, and you're done. Last thing, when you're absolutely completely done with the note, what you need to do is go here to this little red box. It's probably going to be that color, which means assigned to medical or PA student. When you're done with it, you're all done with the note. You've added the allergies if it wasn't there, the social history, smoking, and the letter clinical summary. Click here, and you're going to assign it to me for me to take a look at it so I can bill it, which is right here, RR Review Bill. It's black. And that's it. That's the last thing you're going to do. So allergy, social history of smoking, letter, clinical summary, mark this RR Review Bill. You're all done with your note. Alrighty, that's it for this video. Thank you very much.
Today's training session is going to be SureScript's electronic prescription. This is how you're going to send prescriptions to the pharmacies electronically. But first, we need to check first the pharmacies. We need to add pharmacies in this IMS, in this database. So what we need to do, we go here under Setup, and then we have Prescription. And then here we have Most Used Pharmacy. Okay, we select that. And then we have here two columns. The first column, we have available pharmacies. These are all pharmacies in SureScript's directory. While the right column is your most used pharmacies. These are the pharmacies that you already have in this database. Okay, so what we need to do is select from left to right, transfer it over to your database. And at the top, you have here the filter criteria. You can select or search the by pharmacy, let's say CVS. Or if you want to narrow down your selection, you can add the street, the city, if you know. Then you can click and retrieve. And now it will give you here all CVS in California. Okay. So what you need to do is select which CVS that you are going to send your prescriptions to. So you can select this. You can select as many as you can. All right. Okay. And then you click this arrow to the right to transfer it over to your database. So now we have here all the CVS. And you can go to a different pharmacy, just type in here and then retrieve. And it will give you the available pharmacies here. All right. And then as you notice, there are some pharmacies here in your database that don't have the NCPDP ID. Okay. The NCPDP ID is actually the unique pharmacy ID. Okay. And you have to select pharmacies that actually has the ID because they are the pharmacies that can receive electronic prescription. Okay. So let me save this one. So later on after this meeting, you can go back to this screen and add the pharmacies. All right.
And do
we have any questions?
Do we need to add all of them before we can use them?
You can choose, no need to add all of them. Just filter the pharmacy, whatever pharmacist that you need to send prescriptions to, not all.
Okay, so this is done each patient?
Yes,
Like when
and
the patient
also,
comes in, that's when we add them?
yeah, so that you can select which pharmacy they usually go. So what you need to do, but make sure that the date is today. This one is November 13. So let me just create a visit today randomly. Okay, this is now 11th of March. Now let me go to prescription. Let's add a drug today for this patient. You have add here.
Mm-hmm.
And let's select, let's say this one, ibuprofen.
Okay.
And then you click and add selected drug to below list. And then here you have the drug detail as well as the SIG. And then here you need to select the pharmacy. So let me get the pharmacy that has the RF. Like this one,
So you can
right?
only use them if they have RF?
Yes. Okay, that's your signal that that pharmacy can receive prescriptions electronically.
Okay.
So once you select the pharmacy, you have here a message that says, do you want to set this pharmacy as a default of the patient? You can say yes. And do you want to set the pharmacy to all other prescriptions as well? Say yes. So that every time you add a prescription to this patient on the next day or the following visit, this pharmacy will automatically be there. You don't have to select it again.
Okay.
Okay. And then I hit OK. Just say yes for the drug checking. And then I have my, what drug was that? This one, ibuprofen. Okay. And as you see, the date is today. Now, let's go ahead and send this one to the pharmacy. So at the top, you have fax, print, or e-send. So let's select that. And then you have here e-send.
Okay.
You also have e-send here. Okay. This actually is divided into two parts. We have the selected part and the today part. And below the selected and today, they have the same options. Okay. The difference between selected is that when you click on e-send under selected, you can only send prescriptions to those you selected. So if we select this drug and then we click on e-send under selected, it will only send this particular drug. Okay. But if you click on e-send under today option, then you don't have to select this particular drug. It will automatically e-send prescriptions done today. All prescriptions done today.
Okay.
Okay. So let me click on e-send, and we only have one actually. After that, after you click on e-send, you will see this RX summary screen, wherein you can find the pharmacy information, the office, the patient, as well as the prescription down here.
Okay.
And then you can click on send, and you will get a status that says ERX has been sent to queue.
Okay.
And hit OK. After that, for you to verify if the prescription has been sent successfully to the pharmacy, you have the history tab here, and then you have a prescription history.
Okay.
And then it will give you the e-prescription tracking window, this one. Okay, so we have Reyes Ramiro, and then the status is still pending. Okay. After a few seconds, it will change to sent. Okay, now if you want to check the status of all patients today, let me hit cancel. Because if you click on history here in this prescription window, it will only give you the status for this particular patient. While if you want to check all patients' e-prescription history, you can go to activities, and then you have e-prescription tracking. You can check this one like in the afternoon or by the end of the day. Now, here you will see all patients, and it's showing blank. The status here is pending. So if you check or select all and then retrieve, it will give you all different statuses as well as the different patients. You have here test patient, the one I did earlier, which is now sent, and Reyes Ramiro is now ungenerated.
Okay.
Okay. Let me go to send. Only one. You will see Reyes Ramiro later on under the send status. Okay.
Okay.
So right now, what you need to do is to make sure pharmacies are added first, so that you can select any pharmacy the patient goes to. Okay, and back here. So select any pharmacies and transfer it over to your database.
Okay.
Make sure you save it on goes. All right?
Okay.
And after that, say for example, there is a refill. And the prescription that we added for Ramiro, you added like 1 or 2 refills. And then you receive a refill request from the pharmacy. Any refill request coming from the pharmacy, you are going to see that one in this screen, in the fax received screen. But they are not faxes. They are actually electronic refill requests. They are just placed here in the fax screen for convenience.
Okay.
Now, what you can do for all the refill requests, just to filter from the rest of the faxes that's coming in the office, you can type in here under the fax number REF REQ. That's refill request in short.
Okay.
And then you click and retrieve. But right now we don't have any since we haven't sent anything yet. We haven't sent any refills yet or any prescription, real patients prescription yet. Okay. So once you receive